Okay, starting to go together. So there we are. I've had a little clean up of the welds, just a tad. Looking a bit better. I'm pretty happy with them now. And I don't expect it was easy to weld those on. So I have a bit of a wire brush on there. They've come up quite nice, and obviously I need to sand it all down and sand the brackets. But there we go. So I'm pretty happy with that now. It's all bolted in. I'm missing an engine bolt, as I said. So I need to get one of those. Started putting on the swinging arm. Well, basically I'm going to build the whole bike up now. Put it all back together, see where everything's going to go, see what I'm going to do for the tank, and work it all out from there basically. But as you can see, chain run's alright. I was a bit worried that the chain run wouldn't be any good. Obviously my chain's too short, so I've got a bit of wire there. I need another couple of links. This is 108, so I think I'll go for, I don't know. We'll see what I have to go for, but that's right at the front of the adjustment there, and because it's a shorter wheelbase anyway, I'm a bit worried that if I go, I may have better off running it a bit further back, otherwise it might be a bit of too much of a wheelie monster. But we'll see. But it's lined up, which is great. You know, that spins freely. I've just wedged the back up slightly there because it's a bit unstable, but that wheel, if I remove that, I can turn the wheel. It's all fine. As you can see, it's quite close at the front where I'm running it, right near the front in the front position. So there we are. I need to get the 95 triangles because the height's not right with the 98. On this 90, well, it's actually registered on 96, but I think it's actually a 93 to 95 style frame. But this rear support here runs much higher than on the 98. So I need to get the 95 triangle to get the swinging arm height right. That's why it looks. That's why the arm's at a bit of a funny angle. So yeah, I'm just building it up now. So another update in a moment. Here we go. Headstock going on. I've just had to knock out this frame didn't have any bearing runners in it in the actual headstock, so I've just knocked out the tapered bearings which I had in my 98 frame and put them in here. So I've just got to tighten that down on there. So, and the tail end is subframe is on. Well, not right on because I haven't got the. It uses a little castle nut here, and I don't have one, so that isn't on properly yet. But it's good enough to see what's going on. So back soon. Bars on, forks on, looking good. Look at that, beautiful. You can see just when it hits the stops. How close it is to the frame there, it's perfect. Without touching. Look at that, beautiful. Bars are like that. Closest side, that side. There we are. Obviously finished, I don't care about that at the moment. I'm going to get some Harris clip-ons in the end. So, but this is literally, I'm going to get it rolling and then I can see how close the manifold is, where it needs to be cut. All those sort of little things I need to know. So we're just going to get it rolling now. So back soon. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. Back on its wheels. I hope I've not forgotten anything. It's probably going to collapse now when I put this down. Okay, I think we're ready. Didn't think this through, did I? There we go. Didn't think that through, did I? She's up. She's up. She's on wheels. She's rolling. That's looking bloody fantastic, if I do say so myself. Oh yes. Here she is. Let's have a look. I thought I'd do a bit of a quick of a little whiz round so you guys can see a few more bits. There's a little bit of space in here. I'm thinking of having my little aluminium reservoir tank fixed in here somehow if I've got enough room. I think that could be a plan, that. But there we are, that's that. This is a bit close to the arm. I can finish that off obviously later. There's the engine supported in the frame. Well happy. It's there. Anything else? That's the only thing I'm a bit worried about. Getting the gear lever on that. I may have to run the track shift option to have it this side and have to change up, you know, push the lever down. And there with. And the other side. There it is. Compulsory bits of rag. So I'm also thinking of these, obviously there's a few marks on here. I'm toying with the idea, because the fairings are white at the bottom and then the red comes up, I'm thinking of having these done powder coated white, perhaps. Not sure, and perhaps the rocker as well. Don't know yet. It's one of the reasons why I want to build it up actually, to see what it looks like and then to help decide on colours. You know, get the fairings on and stuff, and we'll see how much clearance we've got. I've cut off the fairing support here, so I know I've got to make something for that upper fairing mount, and obviously all the other fairing mounts are going to be completely wrong, so I'm going to have to take for the lower mount, you know, take something off one of these. So yeah, that's the whole point of building this up and see what needs to be done, because I don't want to be drilling holes in the frame and stuff like that when it's all nicely finished, whether that will be polished aluminium, or the other thing I'm toying with is this carbon dipping process. And Wicked Coatings have offered me quite a good deal on getting the whole frame done in the carbon dip, but I'm just a bit worried it's a bit too much, so preferred approach at the moment is polished, and I'm quite liking the gold and silver sort of finish with the O-lins and that, or the fake O-lins should I say. So yes, there we are. Airbox next. Well, big one now is the fuel tank. Here is the I've actually got a fuel tank here. It's 1,000 fuel tank with the fuel pump in the bottom, but it don't fit, unfortunately. I'm just going to put the airbox on and we'll see how many millions of miles away it is, because I might be able to, I don't know, I might be able to cut the back off it and get a different back welded on. But I think that's the next big challenge now, is the fuel tank and how to mount it, or whether to. Well, budget is tight, so I think I'm going to struggle to have a custom-built aluminium tank made for it. So I think I'm going to have to work with what I've got and see how ingenious I can be to get it all to fit together.